All right, everyone. Oh,
Bukovie used to be a star among cities. Historic, wealthy, and bustling with new businesses. That star's been dying for a while. Crime's on the rise, and with war brewing and the government tightening their grip, it's no surprise we're restless. Police might be keeping people safe, but there's only so much we can do about the seedy underbelly. With a prohibition, lawbreakers, criminals, and your everyday civilians are all forced into the same watering holes. Usually, it'd be my job to bust this place. But maybe we can help one another. This place is more useful open. Especially when I have someone a lot more dangerous to catch than a few drunks. Ah, it looks like your first customers are arriving. Let's see if you can loosen their tongues. I'll be waiting, bartender. Don't let me down.
okay. We are in Steam Nextfest still, and we're doing a demo for Best Served Cold, a detective game. Cozy detective game, I should say. Let's get right into it. Murder on the Loose. Case 0, the last drop. Monday. Florence Flare. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Flora, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Starring literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Let's let them talk, stay quiet. Let's have a deep sigh. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? Preference. This evening, a propriety mixed Eastern Ruby should hit the spot. Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. Shows it. This can also be caused by serving them a roaring drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Do we figure out? Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Open the drink mixing menu, Eastern Ruby. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You have to cure it before you can interrogate them. In some rare cases, though, a client must be in a bad mood before they will open up. In these circumstances, you can mess up their drink on purpose to bring down their mood. Or you can get to know your clients better. Make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they would like to get a hint. You lift the clean glass from the tray and place on the table. Vincent perks up. Vincent Floor. a lover of literature and the owner of Liberia, the bookshop on the Bukovie Boulevard that is located above your speakeasy. Okay. Favorites. Alright. You left the clad. We did that. Let's see if we can cheer you up. That's the spirit. Vincent loved the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Eastern Ruby. I don't know why I keep saying spirits. Eastern Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. Eastern Ruby. Whiskey, sugar syrup, lemon juice, red wine, ice cubes, cherry. To successfully mix a drink, you need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by pressing through them with an arrow, following along the lines in the direction it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as the red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path or the drink will be ruined. Okay. Eastern Ruby. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's even gained more affection towards you. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Just here. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased, and you will lose all but one action for the remainder of the conversation. Oh. Okay. Did it change? Need the Eastern Ruby. His affection is here. He is in a really good mood. Intoxication. Sober, tipsy, drunk, inebriated. So, tipsy, he's almost drunk. Okay. And I was looking for a bartender to run this place. I hope for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it, especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you are already proven to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraud, so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Osaka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps. My favorite gentlemen's club is a buzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companies have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that what we are now. We opened the bar during prohibition. Even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Sarah should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they will target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary, but you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'll imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He sprays it on the bar top so that you can read the headings. Speakeasy guests found dead. Big opportunities. Workers warned at steel mill. Scavengers beware. In the early hours of the morning, the body of of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in an alley off of Bukovie Boulevard. Bukovie police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovie killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety, and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all of this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Fabricated? I believe so, yes. With the prohibition in full force, perhaps the politicians created a serial killer boogeyman to keep people out of the speakeasies. It's just like the old fairy tales about demons in the woods, the claws of the strigoi snatching the unwary and putting them into the darkness. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flame of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. I will. We're on Bukovie Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing, we both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I'll turn a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good. Thank you for the libations. I shall return home. I hope business goes well tonight. See you, Vincent. Every day will bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for the customers seated at the edges of the room. Oh. You can click on a customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious woman in the back. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted, energetic girl. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. 2 actions. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day, serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grundown Heights is fully booked. To me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during Spice Trader Symposium. Spice Trader Symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich, and he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets? I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. But then I stop and nothing has changed. It sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bed. Let's see. Did she show up in profiles? Energetic girl. A hotel maid whose rough edges and boisterous behavior hid a pleasant, caring personality. Slice of lime. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. I trust your judgment. I don't want to do that. Oh, that's my fault, sir. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Well, I didn't realize we had a panel. Cool. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. I don't need that yet. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. A question mark means you don't know yet how they feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have their drinks they like and the ones they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with a customer faster than a neutral one. The red ribbon indicates that the smoothness of the drink, which determines how long the customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. In other words, how many actions you will be able to take during the following dialogue. Every new topic you discuss will cost one action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar, so don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers will be called back as long as you have actions remaining, but can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage, shows how alcoholic a drink is. The higher, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen the customer's lips. But be careful, the customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect a customer's mood, as well as how talkative they will be after you serve them. Now let's make her drink, shall we? It has vodka, the lime juice, ginger ale, ice cubes, mint, and the lime slice. So she has her lime slice and something with a kick. Well, spice. Copper bullet. Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. I do want to see. Oh, I didn't pay attention to it. Huh. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuzz in my head. The prohibition closed the bars and clubs. Everything else got expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads. The women in these sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture for me. You don't care about clothes? At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folks going to the shows are clean. Okay. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. You downs her drink, wiping her mouth from any spills. Whew. I take that as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? The weird old guy put me onto this place. How old? Don't know, 50s, balding, bit pudgy. Oh, that's the landlord. Well, he might be weird and old, but this place is alright. What do you call it? The Nightcap. Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Cara Salo. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit into any of them when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feel a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about you. Oh, I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got barista sparring classes and the shift tomorrow. And if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click on the bell at the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it at the end of the day when you don't feel like speaking to any more customers. No one else in here? Nope. Day 2. Awkward gentleman. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. How does this place work? Just, yeah. Saying he didn't care at all. Serve. You lift a clean glass. Ready to serve. Thank you. He doesn't care. So, Let's do something not too intoxicating. 5, 5, 4, 5, 3. Let's do night comp. Oh, seriously? Let's go. I was initially skeptical about the prohibition, but drinks this strong ludicrously prove it may have been the best decision. I'm sorry. You have probably guessed I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. With you? Business. He set down the day's paper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. Bukovie killer's latest victim finally identified. Young victim. Henry Lyon invests in new southern side residential blocks. Young gambler murdered outside speakeasy. Young gambler? Oh, I guess we can read it. I don't mind. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovie police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovie killer. The body of a 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Sarin and lifetime resident of Bukovie, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukovie Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a senior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Adia urged the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation, as the proprietor remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. The headline reads, read that, in a statement to the press this morning, Bukovie police has finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovie killer. Oh, I just read all this. I just strained my eyes to read all of this. Oh, it's fine. At least I know now. Have you ever encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? You spring to mind. You can tell. Sorry, you can tell you touched a nerve. He takes a sharp breath and leans forward. Anyone who isn't me? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead. And since you just served me alcohol, that will make this place... I was just making a drink for my new friend. He's gonna hate us. Obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you are, and you're letting that chance slip away. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help? You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer with your help. Your first assignment is to interview those drunkards that found the clue. And find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. Let's see, notebook. Open the notebook. We have Vincent, Clara, and Hugo. Yeah, he did that. What is this? The Last Drop. That's a clue. The murder of Natalia Reed took place near a speakeasy known as the Last Drop. It was closed down after the fact. Okay. I'm guessing there's no opt-out. He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Any questions? what was my first task again? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former citizen, I'm sure you know many ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connection might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'd accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. I'll see what I can do. Good. Any questions? Nope. Let's move on. You're a part of this now. Time is short and I expect something solid from you soon. Speaking with customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the show clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customers you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to customers is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies providing new information or providing an alibi. But be careful, showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. This case is the highest priority and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure though. Pete Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. Oh boy. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. You can't move because he's sitting here. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again. Not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my taste. Miss me, Peter? Every day was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine. Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? So nothing too sweet. Any flavor I can work in there that you like? Going all sweet on me now. Well, I like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out. Alright. He leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Let's see indeed. So we know he wanted something with coffee and not too sweet. Automatically I'm looking at the cold winter, but let's see anything else. No coffee, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee. These two, that's coffee. Mocha, coffee liqueur, cream, coffee powder, ice cubes. This is sugary. It says sugar syrup, so cold winter. It's kind of intoxicating, isn't it? This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. So you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with a frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles, though it doesn't happen often. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies aren't too appealing. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it was shut down a few days ago. What's this? What is this? The Bartender's Guidebook? 3 golden tips for an aspiring barman or woman. Favorite drinks, friendship, alcohol tolerance, relying on your partner. To your partner, senior officer, keeping an open mind, being a savvy investigator, try to find out who's frequented the speakeasy where the victim was last seen, getting ahead. Sure. Peter. A handsome but intimidating man working as a debt collector for the less savory individuals that makes up Bukovie's underworld. Someone from my past, a former partner from my darker days in Bukovie. Not sure when that is. The last drop. He frequented it. Peter's favorite speakeasy. Peter mentioned that his favorite speakeasy, the last drop, was shut down recently. He had to find a new watering hole, which is how he discovered the Nightcap. Okay. Can't do that. And what's your job these days? My collar is blue and I work with my hands a lot. Some of the other fellows in my line of work have a bit too much fun for my taste. You don't like your colleagues? I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral, cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in and the deals people make. It's neutral. I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They know the deal they were getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now if you'll excuse me, this drink has an effect on me and I need to take care of that. Sure thing. We still have 4 actions. Oh, there he is. Let's talk to you. Is talking to someone 2 actions? An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think this grand place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yes, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'll be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. He hasn't mentioned you. No, he must have. Carmi, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on, a VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips with audacity. It's like, oh, that Olivia Carmine. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. See, y'all need little push to jog our memories sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved the performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand? Maybe? The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Anything specific you fancy? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Okay. I lift the glass from the stack and place it in front of Olivia. She purses her lips, taking a long look at her nails beside the glass. Let's pour you something fabulous. Thank you, darling. My throat is absolutely parched. So fruity. I'm obviously thinking Pirate's Joy, but poison, no. Femme fatale, nope. It could be mint as well, but this is 4%. Let's do that. Pirate's Joy. Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. What a day. Or did I tell you about my radio career? I doubt it became a favorite. Maybe it is? I don't know. An extravagant opera singer and radio host with a love for all things dramatic, obviously. She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her finger to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? I don't dislike it, actually. What was that? Okay, yeah, okay. They would just automatically update. Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it. But well, I suppose I let my mouth run while I'm a little tipsy. So more will find out soon. Picture me and my sultry voice, broadcast nationwide to the people of Sarah, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performance. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know. Sure. She swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back, though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. We can't do that's fine. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up. She's not, winks at you and takes her leave. See you soon. Oh, a priest. It's not. I thought it was an investigator. A miserable looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he pursues the drinks stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really. Just strong. Okay. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly and with fewer jokes. That was funny. Something strong. 2, 4. Night count is 7. 5, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4. Huh. Night count, I guess you could do it again. It's 7. He said he didn't care. Strongest thing we have. So do we change our drinks eventually? Hopefully so. Perfect mix. The world is spinning and my words have become as blurred as my vision. Oh yeah, he's inebriated. Exactly what I came for. It doesn't sound like a good thing. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic? We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it that bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. What do people confess? Oh, you're in a bad mood already. Everything you can imagine and more. I need to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up. Now that you can see him better, you notice the clerical collar that was tucked in. He tips his head and takes his leave. Son of a gun. I shouldn't have got him that drunk. I don't think there's anyone else here. His god does not seem to mind his alcoholism nor his attending an illegal speakeasy. A local priest has been through a hard time. Fine in the day. Clue board. At the end of each day, you return to your home office, where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make a new deduction. Besides structuring your thoughts, the clue board also has another very important function. Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that tell you something about the same person or event. Try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red strings. To place a clue you have found on the board, simply click and drag them over from the clue list on the right. Clues on the board can be arranged as you wish to help you with your investigation. So we know the last drop is the establishment. And Peter frequented it. You can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it from the clue list. You should feel a piece of information. Should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. With two clues you have right now, the two clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click on one and drag to the other. You created a new combined clue. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to a new insight as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there are any new deductions you can make. Peter frequented the last drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed murder took place, before it was shut down. He should be able to tell me who else went there for a drink, and if any of them visit the Nightcap. Peter's favorite. Yeah, we know that. Okay. That's how we take it off, maybe? Peter Street Smarts. How do we take it off? To proceed to the next day, click on the coat rack. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to... Oh, that's sure. Let's save. Because I haven't done that yet. There is something on tutorials. Mood. You've done all of this. Smoothness. percentage. We've done that a few times. Speakeasy. Once you spot this symbol hovering over more customers, stay in the back of means there is an opportunity to eat. Oh, I wish I would have, but we haven't gotten there yet. Clues. Case. Notebook. Clue board. You can remove by dragging and clicking it back to the clue list. Okay. Let's click. Confirm. We have no choice. Well, looks who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're peeking in the night. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Now press the show clue button on the right to present him with the new combined clue. Select his street smarts clue to ask for more information. Present. Confirm. The story about the broad that got iced out of speakeasy? What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journals did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. Oops, sorry. You're fishing. And for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The paper spent the same stories. The Hulk polloi get all worked up. And ain't no one got the real facts, except for the ones who know how to keep their mouths shut. And folks who say the city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on wrong. Bukovie officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who had experience, someone who planned it out real careful, and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? We know he did. Yes. And plenty of folks went there, so don't go making any inferences. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over it. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos, the type of rich blind who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it a big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Duran, the rich kid with the baby face and soft hands. I'm taking roll call. If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suspect a job as an interpret reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? I was just curious. Let's catch up. When you don't feel like asking the customer any further questions, you can always press the hand leave button in the bottom right. Exit the conversation, regardless of how many action points you have left. However, if you still have questions for Peter, you can continue. You can simply continue your conversation. What's the exclamation mark? He's in a good mood. Can we just give him a drink? A drink. Is this with everybody or his stuff? Just the ones with Peter. Cold winter. Did give us some new clues. With some new people. A drink. Who knows what I'll say? Maybe just one. Oh, it is a favorite. He liked coffee, didn't he? 3. You have talent. Let's catch up. Do you know anything about Natalia Reed? Shame about her accident. Her murder. Murder then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it feels odd that she got iced. Why odd? She didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Really? The victim type? He tilts his head for a moment. You see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Kill from behind, right? Whoever struck her probably thought they couldn't take her in the fight. The police or whoever is holding your leash should be looking at cowards. You're my leash. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? It's obvious. You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got iced for asking too many questions. You're right. Huh, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone's holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Alright. Let's catch up. I need to go back to work. I'll be off then. A lot of people. Who are you? Office worker. Of course he's in a bad mood. A moody looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. A long day. Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palm up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. All our glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences, smudges and such. One glass, no smudges. Good, I'll have that cocktail. I am waiting. Any particular flavors? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty? I'm waiting. Okay. Minty, coming right up. Hope it's good. Are you okay, actually? Minty, not fruity. Maybe a copper bullet? Yeah, let's try a copper bullet. It's a not bad. As long as the glass is clean, I won't complain. So did you like it or not, my guy? Come on. Potential patrons? What? Oh, wait. I think I'm going too fast. You watch him down the rest. Elliot Lynn, when the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the room where his lips were. Are you a big drinker? There's not so much to do in Bukovie. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got canceled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good. That's when I usually need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet. Can I give you another drink? No, I should head home. Thanks for the drink. I'll be back. Sure, I should have said nothing. That's annoying. But we do know he's a potential patron. So it was Elliot, Alina, and Killian. We haven't met Elena or Killian. Peter again. Oh, I should have realized. I'm planning on clothing. So between us, I assume you never went legit. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again where your words are as sweet as the booze. That's fine. How is work these days? Not enough affection. Good, although I'm being real careful who I talk to these days. Trust is hard earned. Do you feel the same? Yeah. I'll be straight with you when the time is right, but we ain't as close as we used to be. Let's see. Okay. Or do out of actions. Alright. Let's do you. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get you? I don't really know if I mind. There's too many options. How about I choose? I appreciate that. I feel a bit out of depth here. Something light though. I have work in the morning. I'm looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Any flavors you're fond of? Tomato. I'm looking forward to trying anything. That's fine. Let's make you something nice. Many thanks. Femme fatale. Yeah. And fatal. That's lovely. Thank you. It's like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking that Constabulary will arrest me any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Popa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. So which one is Alina? Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Good luck. She puts on a smile, grabs her drink, and makes her way over to the table. Sure. So which one is it? It gotta be this one. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing and she scans the room. Then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that would be mink. That could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Elena, you're also not Elena, mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bukovie Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flooded past this venue without impact. I can't tell if that's a compliment. As close to one as you're likely to get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father. You haven't. But she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to act around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And you can stay on my good side. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of endearing nicknames for you. Do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. But does a lady like you drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look like just a little more fabulous, but not too much. Don't make me, let's see if I can impress you. A difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. Let's do... That's too much. I want to give her power. I want to do something different. Let's do the wake-up call. She may hate it, but let's do... Let's do wake-up call. That's about the main one I can think of that wasn't a pineapple one. perfect mix. A twist, not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. I'll take that back to my table now, darling. Sure. Enjoy. Alright, so you're Elena. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can try to help. That's probably help you make up your mind. That'll probably help. Let's roll the dice. Surprise me. Strong but sweet. Let me make you something nice. Looking forward to it. Maybe the Pirate's Joy. That's not sweet. Poison drop, coffee. I wrote 4. No. Let's try Pirate's Joy. Well, I definitely don't hate it, thanks. Oh, everyone has a different tolerance. That's interesting. Have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new, below a bookshop too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How do you afford somewhere on the boulevard? I don't own the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I brought a few friends along and we're already a bit tipsy if you haven't noticed already. Didn't have to tell you that. They're reek of booze. You hired well. We found a bottle in the basement and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. You too. Last but not least, boy in pink. Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. What can I get you? Surprise me. Some hints? I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think? You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the 3 girls he came in with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so tend bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much, and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can do that. Thank you. All right. He doesn't even know if he likes rum. So what flavors? Something with a sweet touch like rum. Oh, okay. Let's get you something nice. Don't keep me waiting. Only rum stuff is mint punch. Evening prayer has wine in it. He doesn't even know if he likes rum. That's the mint punch. Oh, this looks fine indeed. I'm Killian. You might have met my parents at some point. The Durand? Okay. Okay, he was there. I don't think so. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though it's fuzzy. Fine people, though I suppose a private doctor. That's a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes sit back at the table. Douche. Alright. You can end day. Let's go back to her. You got a drink. Evening, Elena. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Risk. How are you finding your time here? Pleasant crowd mostly. There's a few people here that I'm not on great terms with, but it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Ooh, I'd rather not get into it, honestly. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Do you? Who? I don't want to say Peter, but it may be Peter. Elliot? How'd you guess that? Just instinct. He's a piece of work, all right, especially when he's drunk. A few months before Prohibition, I was at a casino with my father on my birthday. He wasn't expecting going to bake me a cake, and I didn't want to be alone all day till the clubs open, and I could see my friends. So I figured I'd take an interest into his hobby, and while Dad was playing Bukovie, Elliot made a play for me. Oh? Obviously, I turned him down pretty quickly, but I remember him getting so angry. I tried to brush him off gently, but he really didn't get the message. I've dealt with fellas shouting at me before, but this was different. The more his rage built, the quieter he got. But you can tell he was losing control, shaking. I clowned on my dad after that and didn't go back to the casino, but I still see him around sometimes. It makes my skin crawl. Sorry you went through that. Don't be sorry, be cautious. He has a few screws loose if you ask me. I'll keep that in mind. Let's catch up on other. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. What's the star? Well, the people you came with. You know, I don't particularly like the novel rich, or the older rich. Killian is a sweet but painfully innocent. It's kind of obvious, kind of. Wendy has her moments. The only person I really want to be around is Maria. What's so good about Maria? She's just the most down-to-earth person. I've known her for most of my life. The others, though, which one is Maria? Oh, you. Makes sense. Why do you socialize with them? Because they're useful. The wealthy don't see us as people, we're tools. So I've sort of adopted that mindset. But you're rich. You're not getting it. I was born poor. That saying stays with you. For Killian, he was born middle class, so he's closer to home. I might be wealthy now, but I didn't come into money through gem mining or property or an aristocrat aunt gambling. My father has money now, but all that means is that he has more to lose, and gamblers always lose in the end. If you don't integrate yourself with these people, maybe even shack up with one of them, I will have nothing again. I'll be nothing to them. In the grand scheme, I'm a blip, a momentary fleeting thing in these people's lives. I've got to hook them in, get them invested, and eventually probably marry one if I want to keep this lifestyle. I just wish I could, I don't know, trust them a bit more. Some of them are decent, I think, but I know where I come from, and I know I won't go back. This has to be my focus. That's quite the plan. I'm a chess player. Planning ahead is what I do. Still, seems a bit cynical, for really. You mean pragmatic. Seeing how quickly people changed the way they treated me the moment I got money left me a bit jaded, I suppose. On good days, I think my new friends aren't like that. They're better than that. Wendy and Killian might have more to them than I admit, but I still don't fully trust them yet. Okay, let's catch up on all the gossip. So, okay. You and Maria. What about us? Are you two dating? Maria? No, but we're close. I must have been mistaken then. I get it a lot. Nina's still blushing. This topic seems to be something else she wouldn't discuss unless she fully trusts you. That's good. That's what we have to be here with her for that. I want to see if she says it. I used to go with my father. It's close to the casino. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. See you later. Alright, next. Maria, good evening. Evening, Maria. We should chat, I guess. Pass the time. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at the old tailors in the stacks. The other girls at Seems Good talks about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I know that place would catch fire one day. Really? The building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a box of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know. But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. We play chess. When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the warehouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Patterns, not just in fabric, but in the city, in people, and most of all, in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me, competition. Even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster. Not quite. Although I have won tournaments, we both won a few, but none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked what her secret is. I never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. You know, the hobbies that isn't so intense. Cooking, I guess? I make great sarmale, but this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drink order. Fair point. Pass the time. You're not a big drinker. Not at all. If I'm honest, I came because Alina asked me alone, and leaving her at a bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too. Alina and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe, even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really? I mean, thank you. Really, I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? We should chat, I guess. I think we got her favorite, didn't we? Yeah, From Hotel was one of her favorites. You and Alina played chess together. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals but ended up being best friends. That's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. That sounds strange. A little. We get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day and to beat all these stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well. We know each other so well now. I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovie's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago and I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals and it was intense. It felt like my whole life was building to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we'd already qualified for the next tournament in a few months for the Grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. But I talked about chess too much. Sometimes I can tell if I'm talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Anytime. You only have two, actually. I think it's two for each one. What do you know about Natalia Reed? The accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines. Like the start of some macabre murder mystery, but without the cheering ending, probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. We have one left. Alright, so just present a clue. You're not one of them. Let's just do the last drop. Did you frequent? I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure Alina has. Oh, it's really late. I'm going to head back. I have something on tomorrow. Thanks for the drink. Next. Killian. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? What do you think of Alina? Wait, why are you drinking so much? You clearly don't enjoy it. It's something to do. Nights are boring without parties. That's it, really. Seems to be hiding something. Understood. Oh, he has to be tipsy for that. Did you know Natalia Reed? A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get into a radio cab once. Really? But she was drunk then? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Alina told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in the fleeting, oh, maybe I die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so... You will, What kind of drinks do you like again? So, to elaborate. I love the light sugary stuff. I think your mint punch fits the bill. Got it. I'm gonna get you tipsy. Oh, and I can't get you tipsy. That sucks. What do you think of Alina? She's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family, lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. Okay, I bet you. Alright, I represent Nicole. You're a frequent visitor. I visited. If I don't get home soon, my mother will lock me up. Fine. Oh, they keep leaving. But it was the last one. Next. You meet again. Evening. What do you want to know, bartender? How do you know everyone? I'm partial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class, in pre-prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same, or are you an open book? Takes me a while to open up. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Good. When you have secrets that could ruin you, sharing them with people is like handing them a loaded pistol. In this case, we are all breaking the rules to be here, so it does discourage a kind of mutual distrust paradox. Let's keep each other's secret together. Lest we ruin the fun for everyone. Are you taking a risk being here? She laughs, and for the first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as the police informant among us, but alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact. But you can tell. If you look closely, you can tell. She purses her lips briefly, a smile flashing across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we want. In her position, maybe I'll do the same. The poor girl's head must be spinning. Evening in the casino, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bed sheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. You don't seem to like her. I don't like Alina much either. I don't like Alina much right now either, but again, they might grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like, imperfections, and they are both sharp as tacks, if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, well, blindness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I don't care for you. Perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls, Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chest chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. Tell me about yourself. I love it. She opens her mouth in mock surprise and let out a delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate. Home heat out in the country. I moved to Bukovie because I was bored. And I came to dive bars like this because I love their entertainment. Dive bar? I say you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. People must love you. Come, darling. I'm being excessively gentle. Let's get to know each other better. Or worse if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, I moved here, and now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. I guess criminals can be dangerous. I know a lot, darling, and most of what I know I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone who can keep up. Chin. Do you know anything about Natalia Reed? She knows a lot. I knew of her. The dead woman? I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Alina Dragos, especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I will bore you with long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant one day. Ooh, just give me a warning before you do so I may cover my ears in time. I'll try. Last one. You wear a lot of expensive items. I do. Aren't you worried about getting robbed? If I'm outside, the best place someone could rob would be my empty home. If I didn't wear nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed, an unglamorous existence. Earrings are meant for ears, and jewels don't sparkle when kept in a box. It's fair. Alright, you have to go. Good night, Wendy. I like her a little more. That should be everybody. Yeah, let's end the day. Okay. What's the... Nothing on you. Nothing. Someone from my past, from a partner, potential patrons. Host of an upcoming radio show. Goddess, we've done that. Has a reputation for being awkward and intimidating around women. Best friends with Alina, who shares a dream of defeating Bukovie's top grandmaster in chess. Grew up on Brooker family estate out in the country, became to Bukovie seeking excitement. Best friends with Maria Popa, her chess rival since childhood. He's naive. Do we even have anything? We have the street smarts and I don't think we do. Interesting. If we nope. That gave us it's his that sure. I've done that technically. Street smarts. Okay, so we found that from that. Patrons in the trap. That's how we got. Okay. Don't have that many clues in the day. Wednesday to Thursday. Constable Hugo Mertens marches down the steps to the bar, his hands deep in his pockets as he inspects the other guests with confusion. After a moment, he makes his way over to you, pulls over a chair, and sits slightly too close. Constable Mertens, barkeep, keep this business. It seems like business is booming. I never thought a life of crime would be this social for you. This is my job. These patrons could pass for respectable. Maybe they are. They're good people, mostly. Yes, well, I just wanted to check how much you know about these supposed good people. Someone on the street knew her. Use that knowledge to your benefit. If anything worth sharing with me, I'll be staying here for a while. Open the notebook to present him with a new clue. Using clues on a detective like Hugo will never consume action. That's good to know. So make sure you show him anything interesting you find. He might have useful tips, useful insight. Central patrons to clue, see what he had to say about it. So, Alina Dragos, Killian Durant, and Elliot Lynn all frequented the last drop around the time before Natalia Reed was murdered. And you say you got this information from Peter Wagner. Mr. Wagner is well known around multiple police stations throughout Bukovie, and the only reason he knew all this was because he was present at the time as well. So let's add him to our little list of suspects, shall we? What happens now? Now that I know I'm not wasting my time with you, the next step will be figuring out which of these four might be our killer. He pulls out two photographs from his coat and hands them over. The first one shows an ornate, decorated ladder lying on the pavement. The second shows a nasty-looking syringe. It is empty, and a small bit of blood can be seen around the needle. These two items were found at the crime scene. Check around and see what they mean to our suspect. Any more questions? About the syringe. The murder weapon is peculiar and devious. It's some sort of lethal toxin. Back before the prohibition, it was slipped into drinks, but since then, most of the victims have been found with a puncture mark from this needle. Correct. We tried to see if it was a special type that was used, but unfortunately, this one is available at any pharmacy. Doesn't help that it's basically the industry standard for any medical profession in Sara either. Whatever the nature of the toxin, it wasn't fast. Perhaps the killer wanted to watch the victims suffer a bit before they die. The victims each had different puncture wounds, arms, legs, but in this case it was the back of the neck. So the perpetrator attacked from the rear. The test that Didn't Peter know that? I may have. I don't. The tests that we have run so far are currently inconclusive. Damn it! This was back in Belgium. I know how to bind better to toxologists. Do you know any toxins that have these effects? Many simple chemicals can be lethal when injected. This perpetrator had chosen a cruel implement to achieve this goal. I am making the apprehension of this villain my sole mission. You have to stop him. Any more questions? The lighter. It was close to the body and is quite ornate. It has a pattern on it. Metal flowers skirting the edges. I asked around a few tobacco shops and always get the same answer. This one is custom made. You might guess the killer is a smoker. Nasty habit. I'm surprised you think so. You must smoke. Most people here smoke, especially those with colorful background. Not. Any more questions? Nope. Hand over your notebook. You place the notebook in Hugo's outstretched hand. He pulls a pencil out of his pocket and quickly adds a new section at the back. After looking it over one last time, he hands it back. I added some questions I need answers to when reporting my findings about the case. The detectives at the station used this method to put together a case. I intend to do the same. First, we need a suspect to investigate. We narrowed it down to 4 people already, but given we're working with a serial killer, we can only get a warrant for 1. After this, we decided evidence to confront them with. The 2 things I need answered are, what is the killer's motive, and what evidence proves the killer was present at the time of Natalia's death. If you can find clues that answer these questions for any of the suspects, assign them in the section I added and hand over your notebooks so we can review your findings. You can only submit a suspect once, so you have to be sure, and you can also consider evidence that might clear a suspect. Will it be enough to convict them? On its own, no, but it's much easier to get a conviction when they're presenting solid evidence. From there, it becomes a lot easier to arrest someone. Don't make me regret my choices here. I trust you with enough information to get me in an uncomfortable position. Let me down, and I make sure things very uncomfortable for you. Got it? Yeah. I'm prepared to answer any of your questions. Google has just added a brand new case tab to your notebook. Let's have a look. Open the notebook by clicking. Select the highlighted tab at the top. Navigate. In this case file, you'll find an overview of each suspect in the case. The evidence you will have to collect so far on each suspect will be displayed there. The case file displays clues that show a suspect's motive, the evidence that proves they could have committed the crime, as well as any potential defense that rules them out as a potential culprit, such as an alibi. Once you are confident you know who the culprit is, you can press the submit case button at the bottom of the page. Doing this will summon Hugo, who will review the views of the case and look at the evidence you have collected with a critical eye. For now, press the X at the top to exit the notebook. If you're already in conversation with Hugo like you are now, you can also press this button in the bottom right to submit your case. What button? That. Once you submit a culprit, your answer can no longer be changed. You can only get 1 shot. If you submit your case before the deadline has passed, Hugo will leave to present your case to a superior and won't return until the final day. It's up to you to find evidence on all suspects and figure out who is innocent and who is guilty. Their fate lies in your hands. Good luck, bartender. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, we can go back to hold any button. We can go back to see. That's cool. Defense, suspect, evidence. How does that work though? You have the lighter. You have the syringe. For example, where's Elliot? We do this. Interesting. Let's see.